Yeah, that one would not be fair. That would.
I had that happen at standard RCQ, like the week before the modern RC that I played Breach at, and I presented Breach. My opponent was like playing, Beanstalk Domain or some shit.
All right, on the left side of your screen, we have Pro Tour Either Drift competitor Jacob, and on the right, we have Eternal Weekend Top 8 competitor Dom. Anarchy Inducer and Mr. Varga are in the chat.
Yeah.
This should be fun.
Sure.
Gotta hype it up, everybody. Flooded Strand cracked to start the game. Looks like both players kept 7. Dom was on the play. Tin Bar says Batman sleeves are awesome. Yes, at this point we've come to expect the Batman sleeves on Jacob's side. Lord has arrived in the chat jamming some bagels. Thought C's on the stack.
Sure. Your turn.
Okay, what do we have here? Looks like Terminus, Triumph of St. Catherine, Leyline Binding, Brainstorm Ponder, Lorien Revealed, Tundra. Jacob is not messing around. A little low on lands, though.
His hand just could be a lot of different things.
I'll take the Brainstorm. Do you mind playing heads up? If not, I'll write it down.
Was there an argument to take Lorien Revealed there? Ponder. What would you have taken, chat? I'm really curious what people have taken. Obviously, we don't know Dom's hand, which could matter, but would you have taken Brainstorm? Darth says Lorien is too cheesy. I like taking Brainstorm. Turn 1 Wasteland from Jacob. Well, I didn't expect that. I didn't see that coming. That was not bad.
End step, I'm gonna fetch.
Surveil. Darth likes the Wasteland. Yeah, that was, against these tempo decks, a Wasteland couldn't hurt.
It's all right. So it's a Reanimate.
Play that on top.
Daze.
Drop.
Okay, looks like the Surveil was left on top. Another Thoughtseize.
Force. Brainstorm.
Okay, Island cycling in response. Lorien Revealed. Getting a trop.
Yes. I will be taking up the Beanstalk.
Up the Beanstalk was unfortunately, from Jacob's point of view, going to be the choice here.
Yeah, I'll go to 18.
Put the Beanstalk in the yard.
And the follow-up Wasteland. So, these players are already seemingly deep into this game. A lot has happened. Here's a Ponder. A lot of decisions have been made, important decisions that could kind of sculpt the remainder of this game. Hedge me, Surveil. Oh, okay. That was an error. There was already a land drop.
Yeah, one land. Yeah, thank you. Go ahead. Drop. Yes.
Good catch by Dom. Here's a Ponder for Dom. Tiny bit of glare. Sorry about that.
Okay.
Drop. Yep.
Okay. So you go.
Well, do this now, I guess.
Sure.
Leave it on top. Go ahead.
End step.
Left it on top. End step Entomb, everybody.
Yep.
Now, let's be honest here. Let's just be honest. This is something we need to talk about. The Odyssey set was a mistake. They didn't test Entomb for 1v1. What a shame.
Untap. Draw. Playing and eating.
Here's what people new to the Legacy community need to understand. If the card is old, it gets a pass. If it's new, we whine about it. Romebot says they didn't test Entomb at 2025 power levels. Yeah, they didn't do anything right, Rome. Here's a Traxa.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 6,
Yeah.
7,
No blocks.
8, 9.
I'll go to 15.
10. Well, I mean, interesting. I have a lot of options. Do I just go and tune, reanimate, land? That's not allowed.
Sorry for the Discord ping there, folks. Sometimes I forget to shut that off. When you're a big time Discord guy, you know, like it happens.
That's right.
All right, a little bit of glare on Dom's cards. I apologize for that, folks. There is a stack of different, probably not super important cards for the most part. Underground Sea, Force of Will Chosen, and a Thoughtseize. Christmas has arrived in the chat. Gothmog has arrived in the chat.
I've certainly seen better.
Chartwin just gifted a tier 3 sub. Thank you, Chartwin. And Gothmog, thank you for the sub with Prime. 35 months. Will Gothmog stay with us for one more month? We're not going to count on it, but like maybe. And that would be exciting if so. There's a brainstorm happening right now for Dom. Trax is on the battlefield. Obviously, Jacob has multiple ways to potentially deal with it.
Okay, yeah. 10.
Okay, with the scoop. Moving on.
I'll try this.
Jacob knows when he's beaten, I guess. Flooded Strand pass. Okay, Gothmog says signs point to yes. We might see Gothmog hit the 36-month badge, which is 3 months.
Let's see, does she live?
I'm gonna attempt.
That's Tamiel, by the way. So this was our first ever FNM at Hex & Co. in Union Square. They were giving away to Taiga to first place of this event. I won't spoil any of that. Maybe after this match concludes, if people want to ask me who won, I'll let them know. And it was also posted on our Discord server. But this was my first time recording at this shop. And if I'm being honest, probably wouldn't use this particular table again. I did move around a bit. My setup is pretty mobile. But we do have a little bit of glare here, and I'll clear that up for future streams. You need not worry, everybody. Everybody relax.
Fetch.
Beans?
Yep.
Don't love that, but it is good.
Up the beanstalk is good. This card has been a big card in Legacy since it came out in Eldraine 2 or whatever. And in recent months, haven't seen the card as much recently. But it feels like even in the past 2 weeks, starting to see it again.
I wonder if the wobbly tables is gonna show up on camera.
All right, Tamiel was attacked, made a clue. Biscuit Boy talking about Quantum Riddler. There are a few cards in Edge of Eternities that I feel like are slowly catching on. We saw, if you're looking for evidence how long it takes for cards to be kind of proven in Legacy, look at just Voice of Victory and Tarkir Dragonstorm, Ugin, and other cards like that have come out in recent months. It takes a while. The Edge of Eternity cards were overlooked immediately. I remember asking the chat which cards from Edge of Eternity seem good or whatever, and generally speaking, people were kind of like, I don't know, maybe, the set's not that relevant. It's relevant.
Second main. Fetch.
All right, Dom's putting the basics in play. Another thought seize. I'm going after Jacob's hand in this match.
No, you're good. You're good.
Looks like Jacob has a response.
Sure.
Brainstorm and response. Resolves. Lord says I gotta explain my legacy opponent what the warp mechanic is now. Great. Yeah, legacy players just have no idea what is going on. Half the time. What's warp? Is that from Unfinity? No clue what's happening.
2 cards.
2 cards in Dom's hand. Been getting some comments on YouTube recently about how Chris, am not taking product fatigue seriously enough, and people are suffering. Just want to apologize. Listen, product fatigue is real, and it's not funny. There, I said it. Snow-covered island, wasteland, up the beanstalk, double force.
It's an interesting one. Let's see. If you put a blue card, stopping my next thing. Do I think you put a blue card on top? I feel like it's Terminus. Or Triumph.
Yeah.
Dom worried about the card on top of the deck more than the cards in hand, it seems.
Take the beans.
Dom knows a thing or two about up the beanstalk. Selects it here. Force, Island, Wasteland. Let's see what the top card of the deck is.
They're gonna be my hand over here.
Well, if it's a miracle, it'll get revealed. Otherwise, we might not see it.
My draw step.
Yep. What do you know?
Trigger on the stack. And a fetch.
Okay.
Good old Triumph of St. Catherine. It came out of nowhere a couple of years ago. Took down Eternal Weekend. You know, we had the experience of watching, like, win and in matches play out where Triumph of St. Catherine hit the table and people were pausing to read it. Okay. And here we are in 2025. Card still played a little bit in the format. Bit of a sleeper card, maybe. Strong creature for these Beanstalk decks, for sure. Fierce Side in the chat with a great question. How did legacy players handle stickers? You know what? I don't think you want to know because they couldn't handle it.
Yeah. Okay. Okay.
There was like the immediate reaction was just like outrage as soon as stickers were announced, and people were saying stuff like, "I don't want people putting stickers on my dual lands." Like, did you even read it? They can't put stickers on your card.
Yeah.
Like, they just didn't even want to read what it does.
Yes. Oh wait, I'm sorry.
Keeping it real.
Okay,
You
I'm
get to
so
look
used
at
to
it, yeah.
surveil, yeah.
Scalding meltdowns across legacy social media.
Draw.
Yep.
Okay, Fierce Side thinks it's fair. You know, when it comes to like Magic players, I just feel like, all right, nobody overreact
Combat? Sure.
about everything. Everything is just like extreme. By the way, I changed the topic a little bit. Bottom left of your screen, you see the notepad, you see the dice, you even see like the table stand with like the table number thing in the shot. When you see that, you know we had a packed house. 36 players at FNM. That's Engineered Explosives. It'll have 2 Sunburst charge counters on it.
How many cards?
3.
Yeah, you have a guy.
The conflicting interest of this is clearly bait versus I love Beanstalk and don't want it to die.
Jacob thinking about saving this Beanstalk. I don't know that is a super important thing to protect here.
I'm gonna force it.
Okay.
Yeah, this is counter.
Trigger being set off.
Yeah. It was somewhat bait, but not like. It could be worse. You're not getting like a 2.
This was round 3 of the FNM, SF asking in the chat. This was round 3. Both players 2-0. Nanite says you were allowed to have your hands under the table so others can't see what you're doing. I'm not really sure what you're referring to, but yeah, you should keep your hands above the table. Like Jacob right now has his hands in his pockets, but his hand of cards is literally on the table.
We're at 17. I'm at 15, right?
Yes.
Okay, perfect. Just want to make sure.
But who knows? Maybe Jacob is a professional magician, you know?
Yeah. And this is hexproof right now, right? Okay.
I'm gonna
Go to combat.
Okay.
I'll trade.
Okay, I'll gain 5 and then put the deuce trigger.
All right, Triumphs and Catherine will trade with a Murktide, and then it will do its death trigger thing.
Top 6 cards. Shuffle the pile and then put it back.
Yep.
So I can randomize.
All right, so one of the top 7 cards of Jacob's deck right now will be the Triumph of St. Catherine, potentially to get miracled again. Very cool card. And happy to get that Murktide off the board. Wasteland blows up a land. Not super important on this current board, but could matter.
Are you okay if I double fetch?
Sure.
I'll go to 10.
Now Jacob has a Wasteland, has a Tameo, rather. And Grafdigger's Cage will shut off any reanimating plays.
Move to combat, trigger the Tameo, sure. I get 3. Second main, I'm gonna crack a clue. Draw a card.
Okay, Tameo, block Tameo, just in case Kaito is trying to make an appearance.
And I think we have Planeswalker, creature, instant sorcery.
Cervel to land away. Looks like we're passing it back.
It's 5. Wait, is there a sorcery actually? There's no sorcery, I think. Because nobody's thought these yet. So 4. Planeswalker, creature, instant, land. 4. Trigger.
Okay, Tameo attacks, making a clue.
Second main.
Correct. Yep.
Tameo versus Tameo.
Move to combat.
Yes.
Trigger.
Yes.
So Dom has more clues. Cracking one now.
Attempt to crack another clue. Draw. Yep. Trigger Tameo.
Arsenal.
Yep.
All right, and the third cracking of a clue. Tameo triggered to flip. Force on a Pyroblast that targeted it. And it seems like Tameo on Dom's side will become a Planeswalker first here. There it is.
Play this land, Surveil.
Yep.
Okay, Surveil's a Thoughtseize away. Don't need that at the moment. Now cracking a fetch is Jacob, so I guess that Triumph of St. Catherine is shuffled away now. Mystic Sanctuary. Probably going to go for the Pyroblast.
Go to my turn.
Okay, Pyroblast moves to the top of the deck. It looks like maybe Triumph of St. Catherine is in hand right now for Jacob. Just not sure. All right, Pyroblast blows up Tameo. Yeah, it's mostly Bant beans. But these decks usually have like a Vulcan Pyro package. And sometimes there's a swamp in there using a Triome or whatever just to get the ley line discounted. Murktide Region coming in.
4 or 5, I guess. Maybe a 6/6.
Reanimate.
Sega.
Last card in hand.
But the spirit of the deck is basically Bant beans. Basically.
Did you pay life or that one? That one. Okay. Yeah, it's good. Sure.
So 6/6 Murktide on Dom's side. Obviously, that will need to be dealt with, or it will attack for a lot of damage.
Start here.
Sure.
Okay, starting there with Ponder.
Your turn.
A little difficult for Tamio to attack with the Murktide waiting on the other side.
Sure.
Corporate Flower is not too bad. That'll make a lot of mana. Not sure mana is a big thing that Jacob needs at the moment, but can't hurt.
Seven. Yeah. By 7, you're 16. Okay, that's why.
Uh-oh, your own Merc?
I'm gonna have a merc as well.
Okay, looks like Jacob will be going for a Murktide Regent. Yeah, Darth pointing out that a carpet, I mean, it's a significant amount of mana. Could cast a Triumph of St. Catherine for 0 mana, yeah. But the first thing we're doing is getting this Murktide on the board, it seems. Drew off the Beanstalk. I feel like that hasn't happened much in this game.
Yeah.
Oh, this is flipped. So sorry. The second piece of trigger. This is gonna be a plus.
Tamio's flip is mandatory, so that had to happen. It was called a little late, but
With the Beanstalk trigger on the second, I'm gonna force it again.
Fair enough.
okay, Lorien revealed gets Force of Negation. Did Jacob forget to draw off Beanstalk then? Not sure.
I'm gonna ponder.
Yes.
Well, the Murktide on Dom's side is 6/6. The Murktide on Jacob's side is an 8/8. Anarchy Inducer says looks like Beans was missed. That's unfortunate.
The card is
That could matter here.
bring it in here. Yeah.
Trigger was pointed out verbally by Jacob. I think a judge would rule that the card could be drawn, but we'll see. Well, no point in even thinking about it any further. Jacob gets that game. Moving on to game 3. Little earthquake happened. Sometimes when it's a packed house, the cameras get bumped a little bit. I just corrected it. So that's a Xander's Lounge. We were talking about this deck having some Triomes to complete the 5 colors of the Magic the Gathering rainbow. Wow.
Beans?
That is the plan. Oh, it was on top.
Okay, it sounds like Jacob is going for up the Beanstalk. Entomb in response. Uh-oh. Both Up the Beanstalk and Tomb, as most of you know, not thoroughly tested for 1v1 standard play. Really is a shame what they've done to us.
Any other effects? Good result. Drop. Pass.
We're victims. So what? There was a force pitching brainstorm in case you missed it. Entomb was countered.
And with that, I'm going to cast Brainstorm. Brainstorm resolves.
Yeah, no effects.
Okay, with Surveil in the stack, Dom's going to brainstorm. It seems like Dom's trying to sneak something into the graveyard. Dart says, interesting. Entomb in response basically telegraphs no permission on Dom's end. Yeah, not wanting Jacob to be able to draw that card from Up the Beanstalk, it seems. Just trying to sneak that Entomb in there. Stay Taco, thank you for the sub with Prime. 3 subs away from our sub goal. Thoughtseize. And Atraxa's in the graveyard. Maybe trying to clear the way here. Beanstalk, Leyline Binding, Pyroblast, Brainstorm, Tundra. So both Leyline Binding and Pyroblast could potentially remove Atraxa from the board.
Binding.
All right, Leyline Binding is the choice here.
Say go.
All right, Atraxa will stick around in the graveyard for now.
God, that was Reanimator. Though even then, he could have just honestly played Beans, play that, and he's in still pretty good shape. So.
Especially if your Atraxa was like the last one.
Yeah, Beans is good.
Okay, another Up the Beanstalk.
Baragoyf? Sure.
Baragoyf, one of the best creatures in the format here in 2025. I'm a big fan of this card. All right, Pyroblast, Wasteland are known. Force pitching Murktide. On the Brainstorm. Baragoyf is in. Not even allowing the Brainstorm. Well, Baragoyf up against 2 Up the Beanstalks. Not sure where the advantage bar ends up right now, but needless to say, Baragoyf does a lot of damage and will need to be dealt with.
Surveil.
And Pyroblast cannot do that job. Another Surveil land here for Dom. Could potentially put something else nasty into the graveyard. Or just filter a bit. There was a sigh there from Jacob. Jacob knows this Baragoyf's going to hit hard.
I should have mailed that actually. Now I'm thinking about it. Swing, I have creature, I have 4 types.
I also have enchantment if you don't have that.
Yeah, I do not. So he's a 5. So I'll hit you.
5 power Baragoyf crashing in. That hurts.
1, 2,
It's just from the cards, right?
yes, 3, 4, 5.
Looks like Tamiyo will be the only legal choice here. Tamiyo is in hand. There was an engineered explosives thrown away, which could have dealt with the 2 Up the Beanstalks potentially. Would have been fun. Now a Murktide. All right, well, Dom's setting up a quick knockout punch here. Terminus could be pretty good.
He'll be a 7/7.
7/7 Murktide plus 5/5 Baragoyf, leaving Jacob with very little time left.
Force pitching Tamiyo.
Force pitching Tamiyo to protect the Murktide. All right, the Pyroblast wasn't good enough. Ouch. Solitude, double Beanstalk trigger. Ouch.
What you going after?
That was not bad at all.
Would you hit the EE off of this?
Yeah.
Does that take
It
us to a
does,
6?
yeah, it does take it to a 6.
I was really impressed with how you played this game. I think you found like the only way to
So
make it
you'll gain
survive.
7. You're at 26.
I did my best. Yeah, but now I think.
Yojimbo. Solitude.
I'm gonna ponder.
Great.
Solitude can now block the Goyf. Chat not liking taking the Murktide over the Goyf. Or, I said that wrong. Taking the Murktide over the Goyf. Twitch chat not liking that decision. Dom pondering now, trying to figure out how to get across the finish line here. There's a Solitude that could potentially block this turn. It probably will. Jacob did draw 2 cards off the beans. Maybe flying was a concern for Jacob.
I gained 6.
All right, the life linkers fight, and Baragoi wins.
I'll take the Loam.
Loam. Not the best card to thoughts he's out of your opponent's hand, but right here, I don't know if it's going to matter too much. All right, Jacob had a hand of lands, finds a ponder on top, which isn't bad. Needs to deal with this Baragoi.
Yeah, that's not good.
Harry in the chat thinks Murktide was the correct choice.
You're really hoping he shuffled.
I know. I could have done something different, but I don't know. I think I had to Thoughtseize first. It ended up probably costing me the game.
I think the other play was too risky.
No, you're good. What's the damage?
It's going to be a Murktide.
Oh, okay. I can somewhat.
Trigger beast.
Yeah.
Murktide now for Jacob. It's pretty much for sure going to block this Baragoi. Loam got delved away.
Yes. There is a track, so.
So it's going to be a 4. I'm exiling the Loam as well.
Okay.
Just so we're aware, yeah.
Trigger.
Trigger.
7/7 Murktide up against a 6-power Baragoi. Swords on the Murktide now. We might have just seen Jacob stabilize and take over this game.
Let's see.
Yeah.
Reanimator track, so.
Well, I spoke too soon. Reanimator Traxa. Okay, we got a game. This has been a battle.
3, 4, 5,
Sheesh.
7, 8, 9, 10.
Looks like a Bowmaster is chosen over an Archon of Cruelty. Got 4 different cards there. Nothing too crazy. And Atraxa is on the board.
7/7.
It's a 7/7.
We
The card just said, can you see those one more time?
Yeah, I'll play heads up.
Bowmaster and Tomb Ponder and a land. Wasteland on a red source. I guess Xander's Lounge is gone.
Ponder.
Yeah, Salty pointing out the Bowmasters is big. It counters the up the beanstalk pretty well. It's like a Ponder shuffle for Dom here. Oh, that Atraxa was such a big swing in this game. Yeah, if somehow Archon shows up, Dom has this one. But that might take some effort. And some luck.
Cast Terminus, trigger.
Terminus triggering the beans. Oh man, what a game.
Resolve Terminus.
Oh my goodness. Force on Bowmaster pitching Lorien revealed. Oof.
Exile Graveyard.
Okay, now I Terminus is in the yard. I think this game might be just about over. Yeah. So go.
I need somebody to go check. Can someone check if control is viable right now? It's feeling like it's viable. I'm going to go out on the roof of the castle and ring the bell. Control is viable.
Before that happened,
Just try and put this in Catherine.
pitching force.
All right, force pitching force on Triumph.
And step I'll attempt to entomb. Okay.
And step Entomb. This is not over yet. Dom's at 27 life, folks. Tracks up back into the graveyard again.
Well, Reanimate's on top, so don't worry, I'll be back.
It always is.
Did you draw for the beans? You said trigger.
Oh, trigger.
Yeah, did you draw?
I did not. Is that?
That's fine.
Okay.
You do technically have to draw the cards. All right, the onlooker caught that. So did the chat.
Sees you. Yeah, I was like, how does he only have 2 cards?
Yeah.
Swords, Murktide, Force. Oh. All right, Murktide is the threat. We're going to take that. That makes a lot of sense. It's going to be hard to fight through double swords and a Force, though. I think the advantage bar is sliding over to the left again.
Could have kept the days on if I'd been really psychic.
Yeah, but
That would
Double Wasteland. Now, I know there's like a friend sitting next to this spectating, but they're talking about, like, I like this play. I don't do that, folks.
put me in this position. Like, I didn't have anything to deal with the beat.
These players are playing for stakes right now. There was a Taiga to first place.
so my rule is unless I have protected combo,
It's a little too much conversation happening.
And I didn't even have anything to say.
you didn't even have anything to fight over the beans.
So maybe that should have been a keep.
Yeah,
What did
yeah,
it have?
yeah.
I'm kind of forgetting.
Surveil?
Yeah.
Yeah, like having an ongoing conversation with a friend off to the side about like what plays were made is I don't know.
There had to have been more to it. They might have had it in 2.
Leave that on top. Go to my turn.
Yep.
Leave a Tundra. Draw 5.
All right, Jacob's a gamer. Casting Lorien revealed. That gets the scoop. GG's. Just felt like I should point that out. GG's. Well played. What a match.
Oh, yeah. I'll be able to play good. Good luck.
All right, we got Mario on the left with Reanimator. Roland on the right with Izzet Tempo.
I will keep this.
Okay.
Mechanic Island past the turn. Very scary.
Izzet.
Moving to end step, moving to discard. Brainstorm for Roland. This might be the old discard a fatty to hand size trick. Jerry Dice pointing out that Roland is tempo.
Oh no, I have too many cards in here.
Okay. Exile.
All right, Archon of Cruelty is discarded. It's in the graveyard. Yeah, Roland having a main deck surgical would have been funny here. Thundering Fall surveils a Murktide into the yard. Dragon's Rays Channeler. Polluted Delta cracked here for Mario. Maybe going to try and reanimate. We'll see. We're on the edges of our seats.
Don't reanimate.
Ace. Surveil turn.
Response is a surveil trail.
Daze your days. Is Archon in?
Cards in hand, yeah. 6 still. Bad habits.
Okay. Oh, it's your surveil.
Yeah, surveil.
And now I lose 8.
Yeah.
Can I go to 14?
All right. Archon of Cruelty is on the board. It is Mario's only permanent, thanks to the daze. Roland tried to stop it, couldn't do it. There was a daze to protect it. It's going to be difficult for Roland to beat, if we're being honest. Preordain.
Bottom. Draw.
Yeah, you'll see Preordain a bit these days, trying to cantrip a few extra times with these decks that are running Corey Steel Cutter.
Cards in hand.
Harry Houdini noticing the flux in the format. There has been a lot more blue-red tempo lately. Agreed.
Discard.
You then take 6, so you got 8.
Okay, Wasteland was discarded for Roland there to the Archon of Cruelty's attack trigger. And Roland will be scooping it up.
That's all right.
Game 1 goes to Mario.
It's like that. I don't really like that are semi-weak. I'm like, well, if I'm ult to 6,
Yeah.
would these be the 6 cards I'll be fine with? Yes. Okay.
Problem.
Yeah.
Harry says meta always changing. With Legacy, it's a lot different than other formats. It moves very slowly. It's all in the details. It's subtle. 1 card on the bottom for Roland. Mold to 6. Ready to go. Roland's on the play. Looks like Mario kept 7 here.
Here we go. Uppers.
We did experience some tempo in game 1. We'll see how this one goes. Thoughtseize. Roland's going to fetch in response.
Brainstorm. Brainstorm.
Brainstorm happening here in response to Thoughtseize. Maybe going to try and counter it. Maybe going to try and protect some stuff in hand.
When you're third,
Championship if I can. Yeah, it'd be nice if I could, but it's kind of hard, right? It's even harder now.
yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's actually harder.
Yeah.
Because the amount of people that play it.
Exactly.
Oh, the Legacy one. I love Legacy.
Okay, Mario likes Legacy. Loves Legacy, in fact. Wow.
Those back. I couldn't tell you in sideboarding, so yeah, there you go.
Corey Steel Cutter, Dragon's Rage Channeler, Pyroblast, I believe, Chain Lightning, and Force of Will.
Fire blast. Yeah.
So probably keeping lands on top. I think I have to take this.
Of course.
Okay, Corey Steel Cutter is selected. It is gone. Darth in the chat also loves Legacy. Wow. ZKG says praying for Ponder unban in Modern, so I can stop playing Preordain there. I don't know. I don't know how likely that is, TBH. Just haven't been watching Modern much recently. But as a Legacy fan, sure, why not? Unleash Ponder.
That's a ponder with the card draw.
I don't know. Milton, thank you for the sub at tier 1. Appreciate it. Thank you. Looks like a first-time sub. Welcome to the family, Milton. Salty says unban Frog and Deathrite Shaman. I was going to say Dragon Rage Shaman. Deathrite Shaman. There it is, folks. I think the, okay. We're talking to a legacy crowd here. If I talk about Modern Horizons, people are going to jump in and say, Modern Horizons was bad, Chris. Okay. Modern Horizons raised the power level of Modern quite a bit to the point where they could start thinking about unbanning cards like Preordain, Ponder, adding legacy staples to the format. And that I'm a fan of. And I think was a successful part of the Modern Horizons thing. But Chris, Modern Horizon ruined my life. Oh. Like, we can't even have a real discussion with some of these people. Darth says, I can't imagine with Grixis Reanimator being one of the best decks in Modern that they're in a rush to unban Ponder. That's fair. I just haven't been watching Ponder or Modern closely enough to really know what would be best for Modern. Kurt says, seems weird that you can play Ragavan and Frog in Modern, but you can't in Legacy. There's some strange things going on. ZKG says, yeah, I mean, the fact that Modern Horizon sets influence Legacy a ton speaks to how powerful they are. Yeah. And, yeah. Let's just stop there before people get upset.
Good.
Go ahead.
Modern Horizons is bad. Everything is just bad. Dart says unban Glimpse of Nature in Modern, and I'll start playing it. Wow. Wow.
Chain lightning targeting Tamio. Surveil trigger.
All right, Tamio was hit by a chain lightning. Surveil.
I'll leave that on top.
All right, Roland leaves it on top. Must be good. Do we have Delirium? I don't believe so. Hydroblast on the DRC. Ooh. Pyroblast or Hydroblast in 2025. Power creep.
Bessie.
13.
Rombot says bring back Dredge. It wasn't a mistake. The reality is, my opinion, the reality is Dredge is a very real legacy deck, but people don't give it a chance.
Yep.
You can clean up with Dredge, folks. It can be done. All right, one person agrees. Here's Barrogoyf. This card is good.
Oh, 3.
I miss the days when a Lurgoyf was the best creature in the Legacy format. Those were the good old days. They made a Lurgoyf one of the best creatures in the format. Not like that. Frickin' Modern Horizons ruining my life. OAP says, is the monthly bit leader Tubbs? Or yeah. Yeah, you know what? A monthly bits leader is Tubbs, and we're just going to leave it there. Shout out to Tubbs and Nutriground Gaming, top left of your screen, holding us down for the past 30 days. Jerry thinks it's funny. Well, Barrogoyf will have to be dealt with. A very powerful creature. Looks like it has 4 power right now. Maybe 5, actually. There's an artifact. Dragon's Rage Channeler attacking.
Imagine playing a $30 mythic just to gain 3 life.
I've seen worse.
All right, Mario's saying I don't want to give up my $30 mythic just to gain 3 life here. And keep Tamio on the board. Good play, Mario. Baraglyph was in Modern Horizons 3 Commander. All right, chat called it. Unholy Heat is targeting the Baraglyph, and it looks like it will be successful at removing it. Wasteland dumped into the yard for Roland. Roland is delirious, and we're seeing the power of being delirious right now. Unholy Heat, a favorite Modern Horizons card of mine. I mean, I could sit here and like throw out the names of like 30 Modern Horizons cards that I really like. Unholy Heat makes the list. Tamio attacks, makes a clue.
Take it.
It was super important for Roland to get that Baraglyph off the board and not even allow it one attack. That was huge in this game, too. Looks like Mario's making a play. Flashing in a Brazen Borrower to block, it seems.
In response, surgical, targeting your Zero Void.
I guess I'll surveil.
Okay, surgical on Baraglyph, and Darth in the chat with the correct read here. This is more for info than anything. Wants to see what Mario has in hand. It obviously was not super important that we surgical a Baraglyph right now. The timing of the surgical tells us a lot about Roland's plans.
Alright, now surgical resolves.
Daze is the last card in Mario's hand. That's obviously not very good right now.
Well, like, what does surgical do? I forget. Let's see. Is it just 2 or 3?
There's 3.
3? Okay, thank you.
Well, actually, yeah, okay, so the Daze is actually relevant in that if Roland tries to Murktide, it will get Daze. Now Roland knows there's a Daze, which kind of shuts it off in a way. And Roland having a Murktide means that Roland's thinking about letting this Dragon's Rage Channeler die in combat. Maybe. Looks like the hand is Force Brainstorm Murktide for Roland. Mario's at 11. Has a Tamio and a Clue.
Green card, add 1.5. What do you have in your graveyard so far?
Thoughtseize and Hydro.
Alright, cool. Alright.
Okay, Thoughtseize and Hydroblast are cards that Tamio could potentially grab from the graveyard if it comes to that. Alright, Brazen Borrower resolves. It will block the Dragon's Rage Channeler as expected. Now Murktide. Daze in response. Roland is ready for it.
Oh, it's up to Days. Picking up my Undercity Sewers.
Force with the brainstorm.
Still a response.
Oof. If Mario cracks this clue and draws a daze, that would be brutal.
Oh, sure, that's still with it on the stack. I could get a side of the 10. Get a daze off of it. Never know.
If Mario draws a daze, we're going to end the stream.
Yeah.
Sack my clue.
Yeah. Days? No days. Right, there's that.
All right, Murktide is in. I got nervous there.
Draw.
All right, Twitch chat very skeptical of the shuffling techniques displayed on stream.
Yeesh. I dare you attack.
8-8 Murktide on Roland's side. Daring Tamio to attack, it will. All right, Brainstorm will save Tamio here.
You have other outs. And there's this thing called Brazen Bar that makes my life miserable, but yeah.
Yeah, that was a close call for Roland with that Murktide situation. That was a close call. You got to take some risks out there, though, Magic players. If Mario would have drawn that a daze and daze that Murktide, it would have looked like a punt, maybe, but you got to take some risks. All right, still thinking about this Brainstorm. Tamio's going to become a Planeswalker. Murktide's not going to be super worried about it.
You put 2 back already?
Yeah.
Plus 2.
Yep.
Thought C's dumped into the yard. Don't need that. Roland is hellbent.
Ponder.
Yeah.
Mario's looking at a lot of cards. This Murktide is a little precarious.
Go. Your own key.
Well, that's what I meant. Petty Theft bounces it.
Oh.
3.
It's fine. Alright. I played that really bad.
This played out interesting here. Roland's going for the Murktide again, and Mario's kicking himself a bit. Apparently the daze was put back on top of the deck. Wow. Well, Roland has another Murktide.
I'll just plus it.
Yep.
6 loyalty now on Tamio. It's a 6/6 Murktide this time, actually.
Cards in it?
2.
2 cards in Mario's hand. It's possible Murktide will go after Tamio here. Not enough power to kill it. Okay, the Brazen Borrower flashed into Chump, it seems. Tamio successfully protected. Little bit of the energy on Mario's side as I mess this up. Got to make it right. Make it some good plays from here on out. That's what Mario's body language is telling me. There's a brainstorm happening right now. Darth says Mario is still totally in this. Agreed. Agreed. This game is not over. You cannot delve more to pay for days now.
Target my Raisin Bar.
Reanimate on Brazenbauer. We're coming up with solutions. Tamio will be reaching ultimate range this turn. Can potentially do that on the following turn. Another chump block set up potentially.
I'll plus this.
Okay.
Take it.
8 loyalty for Tamio. Brazenbauer is going to chump. Roland could be in trouble here.
Emblem? Sure.
All right, we're going to draw half the deck. Mario just jumped way ahead.
29, 31, 32, 33. Draw 17.
Yeah, I'm not sure that Mario updated the life counter for the reanimate. Oh, they just did. It just got updated as I glanced away for a moment. I think Mario is keeping track of life off to the side on a pad, and sometimes that doesn't. Sometimes the players don't update the digital life counters for us right away. Petty theft. That hurts.
Top that.
I'll float over.
Okay. Second main phase?
Sure.
Murktide region, folks.
8-8.
Yep.
My turn?
Yeah, no Tamio emblem on Mario's side, which is a bit of a infraction here. And no on an adventure token for Brazenbauer either. We're going to be submitting a ticket for this.
I'll fetch again.
We continue on. Mario has a lot of cards in hand.
Wait, are you discarding or?
No, I'm just looking at my hand.
Oh, wait,
I
wait.
have no limit. I have
Oh,
no
yeah, it's no
limit.
man. Okay, gotcha. I actually, that's the first time I've ever been ultimated on, so yeah. Now I understand why, people hate that. Sorry. Kind of silly. Okay.
We have seen on 90s MTG Tamio Ultimates happen and still the opponent beats it. But it's very hard to do.
That's why I was like,
It's happened a couple of times on stream, actually.
Force back, pitching base. 13.
Bit of a fight over Murktide on Roland's side.
here's off.
Okay.
This guy, his name's Ted. Because he's a Ted.
Mario's life total is kind of low.
Taking it. Taking the 8, I'm at 5.
Now Roland's is as well. All right, another Murktide, and it's looking pretty bad for the Izzet team.
Yeah.
It's a 7, so this is a 9.
5 and yeah, 5 more. 5
No,
more.
4.
4 more. Bowmaster for me?
Very good, actually.
Nice. Yeah, let's see what's going on at the time. Yeah, that's not it.
All right, that is the match. Mario gets it. GG's. Modern Horizons ruined my life, everybody. It's all ruined. It's Numba says, what is your favorite card in Legacy? Favorite card? I mean, Brainstorm comes to mind. Dark Ritual, definitely.
Make sure I don't get got by Deadpool. And call it a day. Alright, let's rock and roll. Best of luck, buddy. We haven't played in a while, actually.
Yeah, feels like
Right?
Reanimator on the left, that would be Gabe. I'm on the right with 4-color Loam. Let's do it.
I'll keep my.
I'll try.
Yeah, both of us were 3-0 playing for the Taiga at FNM last week. Turn 1 Thoughtseize, my hand is revealed. Verdant Catacombs, Blast Zone, Windswept Heath, Scrubland, 6, Green Sun Zenith, and Formless Genesis. This was a packed house at Legacy FNM at Hex & Co. First place was going to get a Taiga. Both Gabe and I with 3-0 here.
So this is Changeling, Create an XX.
4 rounds, 4 rounds. This is the last round.
And retraces, I could discard
Yeah, I remember that from Renin 6.
All right, so reminding everybody what Formless Genesis does. Thoughtseize. I was expecting Green Sun Zenith to get taken here, and that is the choice.
I thought about sending this back, but I'm like, I'm playing against a Thoughtseize deck. I might as well keep it, and then you Thougeize.
Yeah.
That was kind of funny. Or not funny. Let's see.
I don't think it's funny. I don't want you to feel bad.
Look at that.
Yep.
Gabe and I know each other pretty well, pretty friendly. Gabe is one hell of a player. Consistently at the top of the standings. Mox Diamond, discarding a Scrubland. Senate says that's sick. What does second place get? So the rest of the room kind of gets kind of the standard store credit, packs, whatever prizes. But we had a special Taiga for first place of this event. So in my hand right now is Blast Zone, Windswept Heath 6, and Formless Genesis. Get the text for 6 up.
Go ahead. Yeah.
Having played 6 a lot recently, every time I mention the card, I say, yeah, then I had 6. Which card? 6. Like, it's so hard to explain to people which card I'm talking about.
Fetch.
Yeah, you're all good.
That's okay, I'll fetch again.
Yeah, yeah. You are all good.
All right, fetching is happening.
Yes. Yes.
Justice.
So you make a 2/2?
3/3.
Oh, equal to lands and graveyard. Sure. Okay, that's fine.
All right, casting Formless Genesis, making a 3/3 Changeling with Death Touch. And Step in Tomb. Formless Genesis, a card that was in Duskmourn Commander. Been playing in this deck quite a bit. This card can be messed up. Let's just say that.
Go to my turn.
So Entomb puts Archon of Cruelty into the graveyard.
Cast Reanimate, target Archon.
Archon of Cruelty is going to be reanimated here.
So I'll lose 5 net. You discard that. You take
Changeling goes away. Blast Zone was discarded to the Archon's ability.
get.
Oh, wait, why am I?
Yeah, I'm at 12. You're at 15.
Yep.
I will get another Underground Sea and Petty Theft this. Okay.
All right, heads up play here from Gabe. Knows a lot of my outs will rely on non-green, non-black mana, or 3 mana. And it flashed for just a fraction of a second there. This was a great heads up play from Gabe. My other unknown card in hand is Swords to Plowshares. Here's Sylvan Library. Still good in 2025, I think.
Untap.
Chris, what about Bowmaster?
Combat.
I don't give a damn. Here's Archon of Cruelty.
Going to 6. I gain 3. You discard a card and I draw.
Discard.
All right, 6 discarded. I know. Gabe doesn't know. My unknown card in hand right now is Swords to Plowshares. I have a Mox Diamond. If I draw land, I'm good. Potentially.
14.
And we have Sylvan Library to help with that whole situation.
Custom Archetype Region. It is a 6/6.
All right, 6/6 Murktide, not bad at all right here. That might have closed this one out. We'll see. Is what I'm thinking right now while I'm sitting in the chair. Playing this game. Ponder for Gabe.
Okay. Draw Ponder. Yep. Oh, sorry. This
Great finds of Sylvan Library could save us here.
Wasteland.
Don't really care about that Wasteland that much.
Yeah. I have a Force of Will. I don't think we're good.
All right, game 1 goes to Gabe. The bouncing of Mox Diamond, great play. Basically sealed the game. All right, I'll be on the play here for game 2. Yeah, still got the Fortnite basics. Burning Catacombs past the turn.
Underground Sea. Tammy. Go.
All right, Tamiel will be the turn 1 play for Gabe.
Yep.
That is a Wasteland.
Sure. Yep. Yep.
All right, shutting off Daze with the Wasteland, and then Swordsing Tamio. So Gabe with no permanents on the board. Satisfied with that.
Island.
This 4-color Loam deck plays, actually, Chris, it's not control. It plays like a control deck. At least I've been playing it like a control deck pretty often. Very defensive. All right, Mox Diamond, discarding Shifting Woodland. It's not control, it's prison.
Yep. Yep.
Red Elemental Blast takes out Tamio. The other land drop was a Boseiju who endures. Dextro switched from Fortnite to Unglued. Hard to find signed Fortnite basics. Interesting.
That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah,
I didn't see it.
you're
I'm not a signed guy, so I just don't know. All right, fetch happening here for Gabe. Two cards in my hand. No huge threats in the graveyard for Gabe right now. Thoughtseize. Let's take a look. Orcish Bowmaster and Deadpool trading card. What?
You just have Deadpool. So if you play it, so if there's not another creature, it's just a 4-mana 5/3. Okay.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
With a penalty.
Yeah. With the penalty. Yeah.
All right, chat may be excited for Deadpool. Magic Gremlin says might be Control, might be Prison, but there's a lot of tempo play lines. Yeah, who the hell knows what's going on, Magic Gremlin? So Deadpool in my hand. Gabe casting Dolthy Voidwalker. Dolthy Voidwalker is not bad against me, but I'm not super freaked out by that showing up. Not a huge problem right now. And potentially, Deadpool can become a Voidwalker. We'll see. Green Sun Zenith X is 1. Resolves.
It doesn't get put in a Dolthy, right? Because it just shuffles it. Yeah. Sure, you have Elvish Reclaimer.
Your go.
Yeah, Green Sun Zenith shuffles itself into the deck on resolution, so it doesn't get exiled with Dolthy Voidwalker. Elvish Reclaimer was the card found by the Zenith. Elvish Reclaimer could potentially help me find Bajuka Bogs and stuff like that if needed. On future turns, obviously it's summoning sick right now, and I'm tapped out. Gabe has a window here to deal with it. Thoughtseize. The other card is Mox Diamond. Deadpool taken by the Dolthy Voidwalker. Gabe giving it another read.
Text box. Okay. We'll sacrifice Dolthy to cast Deadpool. Swap these. So now I have an Elvish Reclaimer.
Yep, and I have Deadpool.
And
I
so
have
mine
the
is a
Deadpool
3.
box.
So does it still? So mine is a 7/4. 7/5.
If you have 3 lands.
Yeah, I do. Yeah. So mine's a 7/5.
All right, so the text boxes of Deadpool and Elvish Reclaimer were swapped here. Gabe has 3 lands in the yard, so it's a 7/5 Deadpool on Gabe's side. Not bad. Not gonna lie, that hurt.
Just a 1/2.
Exactly, yep.
Okay. Just confirming. Reanimate Dolthy.
Yep.
All right, reanimate. Dolthy's back in.
Oh, sorry, only 2. It's only 2.
Now, for anyone wondering, my deck does have Caracas. Obviously, my Reclaimer is no longer really a Reclaimer, but I've had an opponent reanimate my Deadpool before, and I Caracased it back to my hand. So we definitely have outs here. Obviously, I could also just use a removal spell on it.
This would be sacrificed, not this.
Yeah.
Okay. I've just never played with this card before. That's fine.
All right, trying to keep Baraglyph mana off for now while I still can. Forgot about the Void for a moment there. Deadpool is a 7/5 Reclaimer. And it is attacking along with the Dolthy Voidwalker. I'm going to chump because my Reclaimer is not a Reclaimer anymore completely.
Go. But it's in Dolphy.
Oh, shit, sorry.
You're good.
Some lever.
Yeah, Sylvan's good.
Sylvan Library is in. Not bad.
Techie for 10.
But this is a hard hit, coming in for 10.
Land. Waste this. Brace and Bauer and Lock Simon. Go ahead. Top of Force Man.
Yep, you got it.
GG's, dude.
GG's, Gabe gets the match. Well played. Some heads-up plays in there. Ripped some stuff out of my hand and killed me with my own cards. But I will say, the previous match wasn't evidence for it, really, in a way. Maybe you can argue it was. But Deadpool trading card has been excellent for me. It's been a big part of this deck. I started with 1 copy in the deck and ticked it up to 2 copies, and it's been winning me a lot of games. And I encourage all of you, pick up a copy of Deadpool, throw it in a deck that it might make sense in, and give it a try. And the Brewer's advantage, let's say, from Deadpool has helped me out quite a bit too. People just do not see it coming, don't play around it. And the lines I could set up with Deadpool are quite interesting. And Yeah, have fun out there, folks. Deadpool trading card. I recommend you sleeving one up. All right, very polite start here. Ed on the left with Dimir. Cloudpost on the right. That would be Ryan. Turn one, Nethergoyf.
Planet Nexus pass.
Planner Nexus. I love this card. Brainstorm.
I'll play it Samuel.
All right, sounds like Tamio is coming here. All right, Urza's Tower plus Planner Nexus, 4 mana. Kozilek's Command, trying to get rid of Tamio. Yeah, and the other mode is to scry and draw. Left the mana floating, it sounds like. It's like Karn getting moved to the bottom of the deck. Still thinking about it.
They're both okay.
Okay, or you want to swing for the
I'm gonna take that. I keep them. Got it. Yeah, I'll take 3.
All right, Ninjutsuing Kaito onto the board here. Kaito, along with Karn the Great Creator, I think are the top planeswalkers in the format right now, in the Legacy format. I know people, when I mention this, tell me, it's Tamio. Okay, planeswalker on the front side, okay? Everybody relax.
Oh, I'm targeting.
It was a Pachuca Bog just now.
Oh, that's fine.
And Karn versus Kaito might be about to happen here. I think if you're Ed, you're forcing this. Well, we had a day, so. Elvis Spirit Guy pays for it. Uh-oh. All right, force pitching Kaito. Karn is countered.
Good.
Okay, Once Upon a Time is the only choice for Thoughtseize. Looks like Forest, Planner, Nexus, and I can't quite see what that last card is.
Yep.
Burlock says, thanks for inviting me to Discord. First time watching actual stream instead of YouTube. Thank you for being here. This is the real show. Some people watch this later on YouTube, like not live. It's crazy. Can you imagine?
Then throw this guy.
Go.
Another Nethergoyf. Tempo.
1, 2, 3 on the Nethergoyf. 3 on Kaido.
6.
6.
6.
All right, dropping to 6. Salty says, I was spreading the 90s MTG gospel last night at locals. Got at least one guy in the Discord. Wow. Salty's out there recruiting.
Then throw this. Ponder.
Yep.
Darth says you get to hear Chris read out your absolutely unhinged takes when you watch it live, like this. Murktide region is bad, and I'll die on that hill. Yeah, Darth is understanding how it all works. OAP says I usually rewatch on YouTube because I'm working during the stream. Bill's getting in the way of Legacy. Wow. Wow. That's quite an admission there.
Yep.
I was talking earlier on today's stream about how some of the YouTube commenters are calling me out and saying that I'm not taking product fatigue seriously and that there are people suffering. And I just want to apologize again and say that product fatigue is real and it's not funny. There are people hurting right now from product fatigue. There are too many products. My favorite trading card game has too many cards. These people are nuts.
Here, make 7 turns.
All right, Kozilek's command for 7. Murktide is gone. Oh my god.
Yep. Yep.
Listen, folks, the whack jobs and lunatics of Magic social media are posting pictures right now of play sets of cards they just bought, and then their next post is like, please ban this card. Oh, these people are crazy. This card's too powerful. Please ban it. Magic players are really something else. Rance says my wallet's the real victim. Yeah. Yeah. You're the victim.
Bowmaster, you?
Bowmaster.
Pinball. Pass to you. I have I'll fetch a response.
Sure.
Might be trying to flute Kaito here. I don't know how much that's going to help the situation. Obviously, we have some blockers in the spawns. Okay, Kaido is shut off, at least as far as its activated abilities. Burlock says trying to find some inspiration, fun decks to proxy up. Our Discord server is a great resource for that. Definitely make a post in there. All right, we're in jump blocking mode on Ryan's side. Life total getting a little low. Yeah, there's another Nexus in hand. Ryan was protecting it. All right, another Bowmaster kills the final Eldrazi spawn. And Ed takes game 1.
This one is like better drawn to good shit.
Getting ready to go. Game 2. Ryan will be on the plate.
Is that a good wide eye or bad?
It's gonna be something.
Once Upon a Time, great way to start a game. Mbass says, best card I own for competitive Magic is my borderless alt art Vista. Oh, Visa. Visa, yeah. Yeah. Too real. Sometimes on Magic social media, you'll see these posts about like, Wizards only wants my money. What is wrong with you? No, they want you to play for free. It's all just madness. Magic Gremlin says Ryan has the tallest deck I've ever seen. Wow. Some of you have never played CEDH. I guess we have some CEDH players watching. All right. Thoughtseize reveals Carpet of Flowers, Crop Rotation, Emrakul, Echoing Deeps, and Kozilek's Command. You didn't think I was going to know all those, did you?
Brave, don't draw green.
I'm unstoppable, Chad. Kozilek's Command selected. Nethergoyf into the yard. Into the board. Kozilek's Command into the yard. Nethergoyf onto the board.
Go.
Yeah, sometimes Phil stumps me. We cover events at a few different LGSs in New York City. Where these events are happening, keep an eye on the NYC channel of our Discord if you're a local and want to find out more.
Yep.
Oof, Harbinger of the Seas is a nasty one. Thanks a lot, Modern Horizons. Harbinger of the Seas ruined this whole game. Harbinger of the Seas was one of the most talked about cards. One of the most talked about cards when Modern Horizons 3 previews were happening. In the end, I think this card was great for this format, Legacy. I just haven't been watching Modern enough recently, but I really like Harbinger. It's created some interesting situations for me. And my opponents, I guess. One of the funniest ones that's happened a few times is like I have Choke and they have Harbinger of the Seas and things get kind of nutty. Yeah, what about Timeless? Do we have any Timeless players watching? I love watching the Timeless format. I haven't played it much recently, but I'm consistently watching on the YouTubes. Timeless getting a lot of new cards recently. This week, they dropped a whole bunch of new cards. Another Thoughtseize happening here. Veil of Summer is in hand, but can't cast it. Awkward. Yeah, Timeless is looking amazing, honestly.
Let's take the carpet. Who? Sorry.
You can't miss your own. Yeah, you can challenge check your opponent. You can't just.
There are a bunch of smaller channels doing Timeless. I have watched Taco Bite, and that one is good.
Yeah. You got everything.
All right, the Blue Blood Moon ended the game effectively. GG's. Biscuit with a great question. Are there paper Timeless events? There cannot be. Timeless is digital only. Digital only. It has the Alchemy cards legal. And I know Alchemy mentioned like half the Legacy players were just super triggered by that. But the reality, in my opinion, is that Alchemy has been great for the arena formats, especially the larger formats like Timeless. Okay. Cool thing about the arena anthologies and stuff too is that they're just not even giving people any notice. It's like, surprise, this huge card is legal starting now. and you're just like still in the middle of playing a game, you know. It's been awesome.
passes, I like that.
What's with teeth pass?
All right, lands versus lands. We've seen this matchup on stream a few times, and it tends to be pretty interesting, in my opinion. Greg on the left, Mario on the right. Different Mario than earlier.
Yeah, pass.
Maya pass the turn. Interesting. Well, right away, I'm not much of a lands player, but I know having Maya in the lands mirror could help your opponent potentially. Crop rotation in response to a wasteland on the Maya. Well, I guess Greg wanted to get it off the board. Finding another Maya. All right, things are already kind of goofy here. Greg is quite experienced with the lands deck. Mario, pretty new to the deck. That could be a factor in this match. We'll see how that plays out. Kind of an experienced master lands player versus a novice lands player, maybe. But Mario knows how to play. I'm curious how much that'll play a role here. Otherwise, I wouldn't mention it. Malevolent Rumble. Looks like Flute, double Loam, Boseiju. Boseiju seems like a good choice here. But Flute, Crop rotation's also on Arena. We were talking about Arena during the break before this match started. Jukabog exiles the graveyard. That hurt. There were Loams in there. M. Longo in the chat says, I don't know what I'm doing with lands. Glad you figured out with the first game action. Okay, I guess that's Mario. And, yeah, I'm just here pointing stuff out, folks. Caracas could obviously be huge at stopping Marit Lage on Greg's side. The reason I was saying Yavimaya could help your opponent is because they could play a land like Maze of Ith or Dark Depths or Tabernacle and make mana, and sometimes you don't want that. So Jury Step, not a super impactful play here. Crop rotation on Greg's side now.
What are you doing? That's
5.
That's not tin fins. I don't think you're even allowed.
What year is it, bro?
That was the deck you always played.
I'll hit your.
What was that? All right, Wasteland on Yavimaya.
You guys are hysterical.
Greg was like, tin fins? What year is it, bro?
To your.
That was funny.
Stuff. Sure. Okay. Draw.
These are friendly conversations happening, but it's funny. All right, Wasteland is in. And I'm not sure who has priority right now. Oh, okay. Pass the turn. Flute is in Mario's hand. Kane showing up. We did have some matches with ninjas in the queue. For anyone watching this later and wondering why we're watching a lands mirror, Twitch chat votes for which matches we watch on stream. And it's an important part of the stream. An important part of the 90s MTG lore.
I think that's in your graveyard. The second Yavimaya is in your graveyard.
Okay, correcting the graveyard situation. Yavimaya should be in the graveyard. Good on Greg for noticing. Flute. All right, we might see Greg activate some abilities in response here.
And then Wasteland.
Okay.
Okay, another Yavimaya again. Malevolent Rumble again.
Oh, you. Yeah. Rumble's it. Yeah.
So we got 4, yeah? 1, 2, 3, 4.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, was
Hitting today.
Saga, Dark Depths, Loam, Expiration. Looks like Expiration is the choice. Loam is going into the graveyard, so the lands could potentially get retrieved later. Darth liking it for Mario right now. Exploration plus Loam. That's what this deck does. And, yeah.
Life from the Loam, target Wasteland, Bajuka Bug, and Windswept Heath.
All right, now a Loam for Greg. This is the mirror, after all. Bajuka Bug. Ouch.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Go ahead.
This is what I was saying as we were getting started, though. Like, the lands mirror ends up, my opinion, being kind of an interesting back and forth, interesting matchup. There have been some important decisions made in this game already.
Play the exploration.
Yep.
Okay, exploration is on the board for Mario. Greg's the one with the Loam right now, though.
Let's see if this works. Ghost Quarter on Forest.
Unfortunately, it does. Yep.
Okay, Ghost Quarter on Forest. Wasteland. Greg has the Loam, though. Greg takes a regular draw. Okay, things are getting interesting. Yeah, Mario can waste his own Yavimaya. You'll see some plays like that in these matchups. There's a flute on the board naming Wasteland right now, though, but that is a play that can happen. All right, Malevolent Rumble now for Greg. Beseiju. That could be huge. Beseiju Who Endures is found.
Maya and Nurturing Peatland.
Nurturing Peatland was the last land.
Land return.
Malevolent Rumble, I've pointed this out a bunch of times on stream now. Took a long while to catch on. It's a legacy staple at this point. It's in all these lands decks. I think Greg forgot about the Eldrazi.
Sure.
Things are getting interesting. Stage, Wasteland, Caracas, Yavimaya, Sajiri Step are the lands on Mario's side. Greg has a Beseiju Who Endures. Could potentially channel to blow up Disruptor Flute.
Play Wasteland, Sego.
We might see Greg wait to use the Beseiju at a better time. Both players have 2 Wastelands. If that flute goes, things might get crazy.
Sure.
Mario having the Caracas matters quite a bit here, too, as far as Marit Lage is concerned. Thespian Stage, okay. Has Tameshi Reality Architect ever appeared in Legacy? It's appeared on one of our streams, actually. A long while back, but it did appear. Didn't really catch on. When Neon Dynasty was new, I think people were testing it. We are pretty deep into this game 1, and it's pretty unclear who has the advantage right now. This flute is obviously holding back a lot, with both players having 2 Wastelands. Greg has Loam in the yard, but has chosen not to dredge. Maybe feeling like it's a bit risky for some reason, or not really interested in what... I just don't know what Greg's, plan is here. It's hard to be skeptical without knowing more information. Once upon a time, John says Legacy has Auriok Salvagers, which is better for Bomberman. Can't imagine Tameshi finds a home. Yeah, every once in a while, there's a Bomberman deck.
No, right?
No, you didn't. Yeah, you should make the.
All right, Greg put the Eldrazi spawn on the board that was supposed to be there from like 10 minutes ago. This is Monday Night Legacy. It's all good.
And I pass.
Yeah, Tameshi, as far as I know, does get played quite a bit in Modern. That's true. One of the last times I played in a Modern event, actually, I played against a Tameshi deck, and I just had no idea what was going on, and I lost so badly. Because I was just so out of the loop.
Fireball?
Yeah.
Both the loops as far as the format, and the loops as far as the loops that Tameshi does. I was completely lost. Other than Legacy, for those of you out there playing other formats, what's your favorite format right now besides Legacy to play right now? I'm not talking about 10 years ago. In September 2025, what format is rocking right now? Which format are you loving the most? Just ignoring that Legacy exists. I'm not asking about Legacy. We know Legacy is the best format. We know that already, you know? We did all the research and concluded it. That's walk-in closet.
Crucible Awards. Right?
Yeah. Go?
Walk-in closet is basically Crucible of Worlds. Mike says modern. Jishi says popper. Dar says pre-modern.
Does slap.
Not sure what Jerry's talking about in the chat. Maybe take a break, Jerry. You're freaking out.
I need that freaking exploration.
Jerry's just going crazy.
I will crack it to draw card.
All right, Nurturing Peatland cracked to draw a card now for Greg. Greg might be getting ahead in this game here.
Move to end step, pitch a maze. There you go.
Greg now discarding the hand size. Mike says crashing out, as my kids put it. Yeah. Yeah.
And draw. That is something, I suppose.
You want to see Magic players crashing out, put out a ban and restricted update, you know? Doesn't even matter what's in the update, they're crashing out. Here's Elvish Reclaimer.
Peatland. Crack the draw card. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, don't do that. What expedition map?
All right, that is Expedition Map. I think the advantage bar is over to the left right now, but this game is not over. Both players have Caracas, which will make Marit Lage a bit iffy on both sides.
Sure.
Seiju, who endures, is chosen. Yeah, it's like months later, and we still have people talking about the no changes update to the ban list, and that someone on a stream mentioned Inkwell Leviathan, and I'm like, are you people okay? That was like 3 months ago. Like, why are you still even thinking about this? It's just so nuts to me.
Practice and then stuff.
Calling it how I see it, there are a lot of people that just have, or some people that have an unhealthy relationship with this game. Keeping it real. Dart says, when's the next update? Right before EW. I don't know the scheduling. It's in December. Excuse me, November.
Sure, might as well.
See, I don't even know. I don't even care. Like, people can't comprehend that I just don't give a damn.
Play Ghost Quarter. Play Mox.
What do you think should be banned, Chris? I don't know. Like, I just don't know, and I don't care.
I think I'm gonna be playing that.
Hopefully not the cards I just bought. All right, so Walk-In Closet has been getting a lot of value for Greg here as Ryan arrives in the chat.
How many cards in it? 4 cards in it.
Seems like there's a lot still left to accomplish if Greg is going to win this game, though.
Yeah,
This is a grind fest. Ghost Quarter on Yavamaya. We're slowly going to start picking off the lands on the other side. The flute is on Wasteland. I think it's clear at this point that Greg wants to leave that there. Could have gotten rid of it a while ago.
Sure.
Okay, Thespian Stage will copy Yavamaya on Mario's side.
So there's no, so you don't get the search. Thinking.
Yeah, the Ghost Quarters counter, no search. Slayer says couple of weeks before EW EU, predicting no changes. It's actually like a shame that this feels like such a hot take, but it feels like the format is fine to me right now, but I don't play on MTGO, so what do I know? Everything feels fine to me. I don't know. Ooh, Ryan, be careful with that.
Gotta go somewhere. Attempt to Boseiju your flute.
Boseiju on the Disruptor Flute. All right, getting rid of it now. Wastelands are unlocked. Let's update the overlay.
Search.
Sriracha wondering if Deadpool is on MTGO. As far as I know, it's not, and I just don't know anything further about it.
Yep.
Few people have asked me at this point, is it going to be on MTGO? I just don't know. I have no idea.
Waste your copy of Yavamaya.
Sure.
All right. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Yeah, there was a burn deck that took down a, what was it, 90-something player event at NRG event. I don't know, folks. Is burn viable? Or was that person just a deck expert? And for anyone new around here, if someone is a deck expert, a top finish like that, we take the result and we just throw it right into the trash. It doesn't count. But only if they're a deck expert.
Last turn to you. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
Like, nobody's even going to bother sleeving up burn or, you know, loading it up on their MTGO game. It's not viable.
Yeah. Yes.
All right, another Yavamaya. Greg laughing about it. This game is still grinding. This game is taking a while.
And staff. I will crop rotate my Bajuka bug. Reclaim my Bajuka bug. Yeah, I'm not. Maybe that. Definitely not that. Yeah, I don't want to do that either. Definitely not.
Anarchy Inducer and Greg in the chat expressing their frustration in this moment. I spent 30 minutes trying to get Mario off of green. Yeah. Got to work harder, Greg. That walk-in closet has put in a lot of work in this game, though.
Yeah.
Small infraction, and we'll be submitting a ticket for this. There is no door locked indicator on this room card. I mean, which room is even open right now? Also, it's vertical and not horizontal. There's a lot of violations happening on stream. All right, Beseiju blows up the walk-in closet. No longer need to worry about that situation.
It's untap. Yeah, one card in there.
Yeah, we got to call the DCI, I think, for that one. All right, next time we want to see the unlocked counter on the damn card, Greg. You're screwing up, big time.
I think finally found what we needed. Exploration.
Ouch. Yes.
All right, Mario felt that. Exploration and now on Greg's side of the board. And Wastelands are unlocked, so we're going to start seeing some massive plays here, potentially. There are no basics to copy. From 0 to 0, yeah. Greg did have a flying token, a flying counter on a recent stream, which was a big moment.
That was my first land drop, right? One more. So always target the copy.
Copy it again.
Sure. Waste it again.
So mean. Let's go.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Fast turn.
Well, seems like Greg is finally blowing up some lands and making some progress here. But this game 1 has been a grind.
Dredge Loam.
Right, looks like the life total thing shut off. We're going to get another one momentarily.
Will. Loam. Targets will be Wasteland, and actually, yeah, Wasteland, and Bajuka.
I think we can go to game 2. I can figure out how you base.
Yeah, I mean, I have all the stuff in hand already. I'm just gonna.
And it was never correct for me to play Dark Depths unless I had the boots, right? If I had the boots, I maybe would have had a Wasteland.
And I was keeping up a ton of mana to like make sure, like I like.
All right, game 1 went to Greg. Well played. What a grind. As we were getting started, people were talking about the lands mirrors and their opinions about it. That game 1 was pretty cool. Yeah, Mario's still learning lands. Greg's more of a master of the deck, I would say. But are any of us finished learning about this game and finished learning about our decks? I don't think so.
Good night.
It's a basic 4S for Mario. Yes, deck expert.
Discard stage. Go.
Do we have any deck experts watching right now? Do we have anybody? Raise your hand if you're a deck expert. And tell us what deck you're an expert in.
I'll fetch, get a forest, force an opposition agent.
Oof, opposition agent. There's a Force of Vigor trying to blow up the diamonds, though. Pitching a Malevolent Rumble.
Dead. Right, got it.
We just got a new opposition agent in Spider-Man. This card's a nasty one in Legacy. Every once in a while, opposition agent shows up and ruins somebody's day.
Once upon a time.
Yeah.
Not a search.
Salty is a mono-white storm expert. Loaf is a mono-green storm expert. Okay. Very interesting. Alex says I'm a deck expert. Mississippi River decks. Yeah. Wow.
Yeah.
Pass.
Draw. Reclaimer.
Elvish Reclaimer. The thing to keep in mind here, if you're new to the Legacy format, Standard, Pioneer, Modern, etc. Someone top eight's a big event with, an off-meta deck. the following day, you know, if people are firing up leagues and giving it a chance. In Legacy, it's dismissed. They were a deck expert, deck specialist. Result, right into the trash. Goodbye.
Sure.
And then they complain that the meta is all one deck or whatever.
6.
That's how it works here. It works a little differently. Wow. Takes some getting used to. Opposition agent can be a real pain in the butt. Shuts off fetching, obviously, but also shuts off crop rotation, which is huge. Urza Saga searches a little bit less of a concern right now. There are no sagas, but could matter. Mario has Thespian Stage, has Caracas. Yeah, Expedition Map is another searching card. Reclaimer is just going to be swinging here. Azak says everybody knows if your deck has no brainstorms, the 5-0 is just variance. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. Life in the Loam, Ghost Quarter. It's not too bad. Especially since we see the basic forest from Greg out in exile right now. It was a Bajuka Bug. Mario's at 5, though. We need some help.
Take 1. Mumble.
Ooh, if that hits 3 lands, this game could be over. So Greg's going to remember the spawn. Loam, Bayou, Expiration. All right, we're not going to be able to put on the Reclaimers full power here.
Well, I guess I take Exploration here.
The opposition agent definitely made this game weird.
Go ahead.
All right, Mario drops the 1. Obviously, Mario's in trouble. Terminus. That was the match. Greg had to work hard for that one. That was a grindy as heck match. Game 2 is pretty weird. The opposition agent. I know Greg, so I know Greg plays some opposition agents in his list. Got me with it in a recent match, but it can be devastating for your opponent to have an opposition agent. Wow. Okay. Stick around for a raid, everybody. Stick around for a raid. I'll see everybody soon. Peace out. Keep an eye on the Discord to know when we're live.